Hi folks, Eric here from Laser Scanning TV, and let us start for the February news. And there's two big announcements, more from TOPCON side. TOPCON and FARO technology announced strategic agreement in laser scanning technology. That in this announcement, you see that they announced that they are working together on solutions for different sectors like survey mapping, architecture, forensic, and building information modeling in industry, plant, and process applications. They tell that there is that both sides will deliver technology to make an added value for their customer group. I can see that with the new scanners from FARO, like the new core, I think that TOPCON will be use this system for maybe as a hardware device for their solution. And on the other side, I maybe suspect there's maybe something coming up from TOPCON side with software. This would make sense for me. Or there's a deeper integration of TOPCON devices like GPS or Total Station, that maybe there's a combination in products. I'm not sure. Maybe you can, if you know more, you can maybe leave a comment here. So there's another announcement from TOPCON that they cooperate with PIX4D. And what I figure out here, that they're using these capturing technology from PIX4D with mobile phones and so on, and using maybe these TOPCON position systems, that they use the TOPCON GPS receiver and maybe network, and then deliver this to these customer group from TOPCON. So this means TOPCON really push here with power to get more hardware to generate point clouds for their customer group. And I think they have to do it because in the hardware part, over the last years, there was not the strongest company in the survey market comparing to their direct competitors. Yeah, then we go to PIX4D. We already heard about it. They have this cooperation with TOPCON, but then also in the new product from them, they are also now working with this Gaussian splatting. I think we can link here something. We had a big Gaussian splatting stuff, but I think it was only in German, so I don't know, maybe I'll link it or no. But you see here, Gaussian splatting is another way to display point cloud and camera data and get more photorealistic view. This is the hottest stuff, and now it's this also available for these people that are using this in here. We can see it. They can use it as also now with these devices from PIX4D here. So you see that's just the point cloud here, and then you can activate Gaussian splatting, and then you get a much more looks. This is a point cloud view here, and then they switched over, and you see now how it's the, here you can direct, this is a point cloud view, left side you have this Gaussian splatting view. It looks more realistic, makes sense. You see here the differences. So they use it to give it to their customer group. So jump forward, next one, Trimble announced also that they have an update in their software program SketchUp. SketchUp, I think, was an old Google program, was Google SketchUp, then was sold for, I don't know, 10 years or something, 8 years to Trimble, and they use it for their customers. Trimble SketchUp, they have now some powerful new tools from the point of visualization of data and of the interoperability options what you have with the system. Like in here in the environments, they have 600 degrees hard HDRI and XDR images file, and then they have photorealistic materials, and then ambient occlusion they're provided. And I think this will be available from next month. Then we move forward. German company WINGCOPTER also presenting on Geo Week. It's a German startup, I think, with some Asian investors, I think maybe Japanese, but I'm not totally sure about it. But it's a German company, and they developed a big copter with a long-range capacity, used actually more for delivery stuff in like Africa and or some areas where you have long distance, no roads. But with this long capacity to fly long time with heavy loads, they are also now think about it to integrate it in laser sensor. And as they show on the Geo Week here with a Regal system over the inside. And I think they fill the gap between small drones with LiDAR sensors, with low range, and airplanes or helicopters, and there's something in the middle. I think that can be an interesting concept for this application, because flying with a WINGCOPTER with a laser sensor would be much cheaper as flying with a helicopter or with a small Cessna airplane. Then we going more far away, was also presented in on the Geo Week show, is this American company WISPR, and they're coming out. They have the Ranger Pro and the Sky Scout, two small drones developed and produced in the US. I think with the actual political situation, I think a couple of enterprise DJI drones are banned. In the UN it's not banned, but I think custom don't let them through inside. So I think there's a need, or some customer for critical infrastructure, they maybe like to work with an only American-based technology. And this company, it's a spin-off from a university. I think they will try to develop application for this customer group. Then we have on the airborne side, we have something for airplanes. HEXAGON announced the new Lidl coaster mapper from, and they get a significant speed upgrade, and also for bathymetric mapping, new functionality. I read something here that they have here, there can be increased the survey efficiency on coastline and rivers by 250% to compare to a previous sensor. And also the direct competitor in this field, or one of the direct competitors, beside Regal, is the Canadian company Optec. They also announced the same topo body survey sensor with the name Fathom solution. And they also bring out a new system. You see there's a big increasing for this market. And I think they also included this with their new software. And I think there was some other new announcement before for the airborne sensors. I think also big updates from Teledyne. We stay in the air. There's this European company AISPECO, and they bring out these Helix Light and show it on the also on the GeoWeek. I think that's just a small pod what you can put on the airplane side or on a helicopter. The other sensors what I showed you before, they have to be installed in the cabin of this airplane. And this means that you have to generate some openings in an airplane, and you not can take a small saw and make a small hole in the airplane. That's a complete big process where you are allowed to do it, and you need some flight approval for this. There is some inspection by the flight authority. That is a big thing to make a normal airplane to a survey airplane. And with this pod what they have, you can put like a professional sensor on many types. I think they are now open for Cessna airplanes, and I don't know, each airplane and helicopters, but we have here a video where you can see it. And you see that they can easily tool it here on the side. This is, I think, is a Cessna. But if here some people there in this flight stuff, maybe you can vote which Cessna we have. You see there all the control platforms inside, but here you have only an easy clamp, and then you can put these here inside. And this definitely, it looks heavy, but this will be lightweight, because you not can put there 50 or 100 kilo on the one side of the wing. I think that will be not good for your flight stability. You see they have the GPS system, have to be with an extension that you can look with your GPS data over the wing. So otherwise you see here, there's a Trimble system what they're using, and then they have now openings for different cameras and lasers here they offered, and then also a remote control. And we have also something from our webshop. There's some new release. We have these universal clamp for magnetic holders for reference spheres. That is like a small adapter. I think you see better here. For what you can use it, if you have it here, like you want to do it also a window board, or I don't know, maybe windowsill is the right name in English. For this is good, but also we developed this. This was my basic idea, because I go with my people to a project, and we had to scan here some robot cells, and had this problem that on these, like on these protection guard fences, this was only everything was very small and aluminium based, and the stability of this was not so good. And I had the idea to generate some small clamps that you can put this on the item modules to fix this for the scanning and robot cells. So that was my basic idea, but you can also use it for anything else, like like a table or something. You can really clamp it easy. So if you need this together with our reference spheres or maybe some targets, you find this in our web shop. One of the biggest company for air surveying, DJI from Shenzhen, China, they announced now the Dock 3. There was now Dock 1. I think this was Dock 1 was a very early stage. I think this was not really good development. Dock 2 was super automatics going more forward, and now we have Docs 3, and Docs 3 I think it's mostly developed that you can use the new Matrice 4D and Matrice 4D, this is thermal version, and have then the right system, like the right dock system, that you can use the new drones for this application. I think you're already here on the German website, so but I explained it to you. Check it out on the DJI website. I think that's more common for the international market as for us here in Central Europe, because we have super strong flight regulation. There, as I mentioned, I was on a Geo Week. The Geo Week was the big show, was held in February, beginning of February in Denver, US. Over 3,000 professional geospatial visitors joined this conference and show, and the exhibition hall was sold out. I think there will be increased next year, the space for exhibitors. They are expected there's more coming next year. It was a good show for us. We've been together with our sister company PointCap. We had a double boost together with a big dealer from the US. On the other side, Seiler, we was together with PointCap. We and also here Mac and his wife from LiDAR USA, one of our distributors in the US, who did a very great job for us to presenting our products like the laser scanning accessory. If you are from the US, check out LiDARholics, Mac Kowalski. That is our representative in the US states, and he do a very good job. Yeah, and finally, what is the from the Geo Week? What is the point to the most 3 takeaways there I mentioned? I can say I joined there. I had a presentation about the scanning and robotic, and I was also in a panel discussion about the future of laser scanning. And I think with the panel discussion we have a lot of new technology coming, AI, lower cost scanners. There's a lot of things going on, but you need also people who understand this and know which tool they use to fit their job. And then on the other hand, we had also they call them cultivation the workforce. I think especially in the US, they have the topic that there's not so many education programs, or they drop some additional education programs for geospatial survey mapping stuff. I think we in Europe, we have these professional education and this university with specialty survey and related science stuff. I think in the US it's more like delivering additional courses, and they're looking that they can bring more of these courses to the people, and especially to young people, to make them or to introduce them this big world of mapping. What is data, and data from the Earth is one basic for what we're doing here. So as it will be used for everybody who like do some engineering, remote monitoring, climate change. All these topics need some accurate data from the Earth or from buildings, and that's the reason why our business is so important also for other businesses. Yeah, and with this, I don't know what you're thinking. Maybe you leave a comment if you have the same opinion like I have. And don't forget, like every time, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumb up if you like what you're seeing. And don't forget, we bring next news end of next month. And we will see, this month was a lot of in the air. What's this next month? What is there? The big things what coming. I say bye-bye, Eric.